Welcome back. Glad to know you are still with us, and of course, you're still watching the program Inside the Real Estate. And of course, I told you we are talking about the prevalence of real estate firms in Nigeria today and how they have shaped the housing sector. And I told you before we went on a break that I won't be doing this all by myself. So I have with me a very important personality in the studio today, and he goes by the name Mr. Moses Ati, and he is the founder, the CEO of Gravis Home. Hello, sir. Good day. Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Very well.
All right. So this is not something that is new. This is your field, so it's not a new topic to you. So let's start with the prevalence of real estate firms in Nigeria today. Over the years, let me say like 10, 15 years ago, we want to purchase land or homes. We just maybe meet one of our uncles in the village or our father, all these agents, self-acclaimed agents. Yes. But over time, we began to see this, let me put the word, these people who call themselves real estate agents. And we're like, what are these people? What are they coming to do? And with time, it became more, if you stand on the road today, you see like different set of people sharing their flyers. Okay, come and patronize. So I want to know, what was the aim? What is the aim of these real estate firms coming into vogue? And yes, looking at the timeline over the years, how has it been progressing so far?
All right, thank you very much. It's an honor and opportunity to be available today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Well, the prevalence of real estate firms or companies in Nigeria today stems out of nothing but the need.
Yeah.
In the economy, to talk about demand and supply.
Okay.
Before now, you mentioned how people used to acquire properties there, and if you remember, back then there were a lot of crimes associated with it because of the buildings they had.
Yeah.
Now, these firms you see today, or the prevalence of companies coming up today, stemmed out of the demand for real estate generally.
Okay.
Long before now, the knowledge that people have today about the real estate generally wasn't there. Before now, what the people knew was where to live.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knew about the return on investment or the potentials that come with the land that they're staying on.
Okay.
So everybody usually, what they do is just buy land, build their homes and stay, or maybe buy a house where they could stay.
Yeah.
So majority of the Nigerian populace had no knowledge of how much money that could be made through real estate as an investment rather than just a place to stay.
Okay.
So as knowledge increases in people, the demand for that comes in. And as the demand comes, there's the need of the people who need to facilitate this to happen. Now, the law vests the ownership of land on the government. And the government alone cannot be the one that will be able to facilitate ownership of properties in the country.
Yeah, true.
And there is a need to facilitate these through firms. So these firms act as brokers between the government and the people. Thereby taking it off, the stress off the government and giving.
So it's originated originally from the government.
Not really from the government.
Okay.
It's an opportunity that the people see and they have to swing into take advantage.
So how does the government come into play?
Now, you know that, like I said before, the ownership of a land according to Nigerian Land Use Act of 1976 vested the original ownership of a land on the governor of the state.
Yes.
Let's take FCT for example.
Yes.
Ownership of a land or the control of land in FCT is vested, the power is vested in the hands of the Minister of FCT.
Yeah, true.
Now, as a government, the people also need somebody who can help facilitate it faster and develop.
Okay.
So the people are partnering with the government to take or bring real estate closer to the Nigerian populace. Now, let's take for instance, before now, what the government can do, the development of real estate or the development of lands in Nigeria is not as fast as it is now. Why? Because the private sectors has come in with their experience and their resources to ensure that they provide certain infrastructure. So the government provides the land for the people. The private firms provide this infrastructure through the people in partnership to make it available. So going back to your question on the prevalence of the real estate firms. So like I said before, the people need people who can help them facilitate these things. Now, for instance, in our company, Gravis Homes Nigeria Limited, we are a real estate developing company and we carry out building for sales and all of that. And we also do what we call site and services. Say, for instance, we acquire property through the government and we bring this property and we share these lands into smaller pieces that can be affordable to people. And then the people purchase those, and we are responsible for providing all the necessary infrastructure, from water to electricity to road networks and all. If the people are waiting for only the government to do all of this, it's going to take longer time because of the short availability of resources in their hand. So the private firms comes in to be able to provide it better and all. Now, in as much as this is important, we have also seen situations where this has resulted into a lot of people doing it bad.
Okay, I was not going to ask. So tell us about such situations.
Now, just like people take advantage of opportunities, there are also criminals out there who take advantage of opportunities. The good ones are out there making sure that housing is provided. But before I go in there, as of today, I can tell you that there's about 20 million shortage in housing in Nigeria. Just Nigeria alone. So you can see the gap between those that have proper places to live and those that do not have proper places to live. And because of this gap, that is where the development companies or the firms are important to close the gap and make sure that Nigerians have places to live. So because people see that there is this opportunity available, the people who don't have clear minds, the criminals out there, are taking advantage of the fact that, okay, look, people need this. And because people need this, let us find a way to deceive them in a way that they will not understand any. And they will, through that means, cheat them. So I can tell you for free that it's not every real estate company out there that it's doing the right thing.
How do they acquire this land that they now use to commit crimes to sell people illegally?
The problem is that most of them don't even have this property. Let me give you some of the ways that people have been committing.
For example, I want to buy a land. Sorry to cut you. And you're not the owner of the land. You are posing as an agent, but you give me landed documents and I sign. So how do they get those documents? I don't know if you get.
Yes. Now, the problem with land is not really the document you sign.
Oh, okay.
It's a document that shows ownership.
Okay.
It's a document that shows ownership. You see, one of the major problems of Nigerians is that we like to take advantage of every opportunity, both investors and the owners.
True.
Now, a lot of people buy properties not because the property is legit or because of the legitimacy. They buy because it's cheap. Okay, let me give you an instance. I've been in a situation where a client refused to buy a legitimately owned property from us because our price is higher and bought from someone later who does not have the original ownership of it.
That same property?
Not same property. Another property in the same location. So frauds are committed hugely in the real estate sector, especially not just in Abuja alone, but in a lot part of Nigeria. And some ways they run this is this. Somebody can come to you with a title document to a land that didn't exist.
So they just fabricate. You don't mean it. So what if I insist I want to go for inspection? They'll show me another land.
They will take you to the land.
Someone else's land.
That they don't own.
Wow.
I'll show you that this is their land.
Wow.
This is their land. Now, majority of Nigerians don't take this seriously. So a lot of them just buy because they feel the location is good. They like the land, it's flat.
But that's risky. I mean.
So they don't do their due diligence.
Wow.
And that is where the problem emanates from.
Okay, so how will I know now the difference between someone who is selling a legit land to me and someone who is, faking it? Aside, let me not say aside real estate, because going through a real estate firm is actually the best thing to do.
Of course.
So if maybe, for example, let's say I want to now buy from an agent, how will I know that, even from a real estate firm, how will I know that this land you're showing me is actually legit and the documents are actually documents for this land?
Now, very simple and very easy. Let's take Abuja, for example. The Federal Capital Territory Administration is responsible for land allocations in FCT. And there is a department in FCT called FCD. Federal Capital Development Authority. That is vested with the authority to issue documents to people. And there is a department in FCD called Abuja Geographical Information System, short called as AGIS. Now, every legitimate document or land that has been issued to anybody in Nigeria, in Abuja, is documented there and can be verified.
So someone can go and verify, but they don't do that.
A lot of people do.
Now we get
to know that this land is authentic and legitimate and that you can put your resources there. The first thing I always advise our clients is go do your search. Go to it. Get the title we say we want. Take a copy of it, go to it, do your search. Be sure that this land is true.
Bible says
now let me also tell you something.
Because of lack of knowledge.
You can go do a search, with edges,
Yes.
and be sure that the title you are holding is correct.
Correct.
And still be wrong.
Wait, sorry, come again?
Yeah.
How?
That is where it's get interesting.
Okay.
Let me give you an instance. I can come, let's say I own a land in Guzapi 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's say I have 1 hectare of land in Guzapi 2.
Okay.
And I begin to sell. And I'm sold out. I no longer have a land. Or maybe this person does not even have, what would I say, the land in that location. Maybe somebody he knows owns a land. And the person has not given him the right to sell.
Oh.
But he's privy to the title or the document. So he goes to the market, say he has the property and
put it up for sale.
And then he has the title document, a copy of it.
Oh, so that's what it shows.
That is what it shows. That is what you took to do your search. Or let's take for instance, another thing is this. Somebody can own a land in this location.
Yeah.
Right? And he's selling a lot closer to the city that is where his land is. And because the both locations are in the same location, you only went to search for the originality of the title. You did not search for the location.
Oh.
So I always advise each and every of our clients, if you give you a title to go and search, or a document to go and search, after you've gone to the authority to search, request for the coordinates of this property. Take the surveyor. Let the surveyor take you all the way to the location where the land is. Because somebody can own a plot, or let's say plus 100 in the location, and is taking you for inspection and is showing you plot 1, just to deceive you, just to make you feel like, okay, this is the land, it's close to the city, it's close to infrastructure, and all of that to make you commit yourself into it. So there are a lot of ways to go about doing this search, not just about confirming with the agents. When you go to agents to search, make sure you also verify that their location where you were taken to is the location where the land truly exists. Truly exists. This is one of the things that the common agents does.
Yeah.
Okay, I was with a client recently who bought some property as far back as 2013 to 14.
Okay.
Now, when he bought this property, the agent took him to a particular location where he showed him this is the land.
Yeah.
This is the land. He had, as at that time, Amark was still functioning.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Amark was still doing allocations and people were still buying from Amark.
Yeah.
Before Aegis came on board.
Okay.
Now, so he took this guy to this place, showed him this is your land. And the guy paid. Paid the money and everything.
Without doing all these verifications.
As at that time, it wasn't easy to do this search as what it is now.
Okay.
So he told him, okay, this is your land. He paid, did everything and all of that. Then he left. He came back, built a fence on the property. 2 months later, he came to Abuja to check. The fence has been brought down.
Oh my God.
He went back to his agent and lied. It is a mistake. Somebody must have done like this. I know who did this. I'm going to pursue it. I'm going to do something like that. He went, did whatever he needed to do, and came back. And he told this guy, look, I'm going to build back this fence for you. Don't worry.
Nigerians are making mouths.
Yeah. No, he did. That's right.
He did. That's a good agent, I mean. So why was the fence taken down initially?
Because the land he sold to this guy wasn't his land.
Oh.
His land is far, far behind this.
Oh, so he exceeded the boundary.
Not exceed. He knew that his land was not there. His land was about 2 kilometers away from where he sold to this guy.
Why did he not sell it to?
Because if he had taken this man to the location of 2 kilometers away from his wasn't bad.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so now let's come to the housing sector. So let me ask, like, how is the performance over these years? Like, real estate firms have come to, like you said, curb all these crimes and all. So now, relating to the housing sector, has it really made housing, especially in FCT, like available, affordable for people over the years?
Well, I wouldn't say it has, but I would not say it hasn't.
Okay.
All right, it's a 2 ways.
Let's have the 2 ways.
Now, availability of development firms in Nigeria and Abuja, for instance, has made accessibility to proper real estate investments and housing accessible to Nigeria. Very, very much accessible.
Okay.
But in general, you should also know that housing is expensive.
Of course, you have to tell me.
Because it is controlled by other factors. The economy.
Okay.
Now, 5 years ago, the price we were buying cement is not the same price we were buying cement. It's about twice, it's about double the amount it used to be.
Yeah, true.
And as it grows, so also the cost increases. There is accessibility, but affordability is the other question we need to ask ourselves.
True.
Now that this is available, is it accessible? And this is a market that is largely controlled by demand and supply. The number of people asking for housing today is much more than what is available. So apart from the economic factors that influences the pricing, there is also the demand factor that also affects the pricing. Because, for instance, a property that is in the market that is overpriced for, let's say, 1 billion, that you say you are not buying, another person is in dire need of it and is going to pay for it.
Sure.
Because it really, really needs that space. And that is where I think the government should come in.
Yeah.
In many developed countries of the world, there are regulatory bodies that checkmates all of these things. That checkmates how the people are sold and all of that. It's one thing I have always been asking for. The government should set up a body that is responsible for managing real estate sector generally.
Oh, there's none.
No, not a functional one. Apart from memberships of media there. That is why it is possible that anybody can wake up today and become a real estate company.
And be an agent, a real estate.
And become an agent.
Yeah.
It's like the US and the UK must be certified.
Yes, definitely.
To be an agent. In Nigeria, any day can wake up today.
I'm telling you, and I feel like they are taking this on like one kind of like.
Exactly.
Okay, so let me ask these agents of it. I think there was a time let's say they banned them. This, once you go and rent an apartment, to put the price, the rent, then agents will add their fee and all that. These agents, like, do you really think they should get their fee? Because, for example, I think some time ago, I went to look for an apartment, so I called an agent, like, I want to rent this apartment. So the person was like, oh, she doesn't have an apartment available, but she will take me to another agent. So she took me to another agent, and that agent was with another agent. So there were like 3 agents. So just because there were 3 agents, I had to pay the 3 of them. So, like, what do you have to say about that? Because it's really, really crazy. And they're not calling small amounts, we're calling big amounts of, so is that happening in the real estate firm, or does the real estate firm have that side of it?
Okay, that is what they call inspection fee, I guess.
Okay, no, this is different from inspection fee.
Okay, agency fee.
Agency.
Okay, now, normally when somebody broker a deal for you, there is the part where the law supports you paying a certain commission to them.
So is there a fixed amount, a percentage?
Like, FCT does not have a fixed amount, but when you go to places like Lagos State has now enacted a law that is, an agent cannot take more than a certain amount of the total cost of the estate.
So in FCT, that law is not...
It's not active. But in cities like Lagos, it's active now. But it's a normal thing. It's just like a requirement. They say, now where you work, now in the job.
Yeah, well, I feel like some of them are...
It's a normal, but a lot of people are...
Yes.
Okay, look, back to where I said earlier, there's no regulatory authority.
Yeah.
And because there's no regulatory authority, everybody's acting the way they want.
Okay, so if this regulatory authority come in, it will also tackle this.
Because you cannot say, okay, let's say for instance, if there's a regulatory authority and there are requirements for you becoming an agent, and you fulfill all the requirements before you become an agent, and there is a law that guides you that this is the law, you cannot take more than this from this. When you do this, if I close it, you can't take more than 5% in commission. A lot of people have what we call inspection fee, agency fee, legal fee, so many caution, and all of that. So if there were regulatory authorities that certify people as professional agents, that regulatory authority will also ensure the satisfaction from the clients. So, for instance, if the regulatory authority says you can't take more than 5%, and an agent is insisting, and the populace knows that this is the law, and an agent is insisting that you must pay 25%, 10%, you can report them to the regulatory and they can be sanctioned. And because we don't have any functional one, that is what the problem is. That is why anybody can wake up. Okay, nobody today, unless a regular agent on the street. It was 5% before. It increased to 10%. Now some people are taking 25%. I'll tell you that is for inspection. That is for agency fee and legal fee.
Some theirs is even different. Agency fee is different. Legal fee is different.
These are the kind of things that organizations like ours do not include. So, for instance, if I am selling a property today, the cost of everything is inclusive in that fee. I am the one paying the agent. I am the one paying the lawyer. I'm the one paying for documentations. I'm the one doing all of that.
It's all about the caution. Okay.
When you have proper management systems to checkmate people. The area you're coming from now is tenancy, renter.
Yes.
When you have proper management systems in place to checkmate your property, I don't think, for me, this is a personal opinion, I don't think it's necessary to say you want to put a curtain.
You never can tell. Some tenants could be very, very dramatic. And
that is why I say proper structure in place to checkmate things.
Okay.
When you give your house to a tenant, there is no law that stops you from once in a while visiting the property to check the health of your property.
That's true.
As long as you let them know before that, we do routine inspection on our property, but we will let you know between certain period of time.
All of a situation whereby the tenant absconds without, there are some situations like that, the tenant will just wake up in the morning and pack.
That is where we are coming from. Now, let's take for instance. You pay for 1
year.
Yes. And I should do a routine inspection quarterly. Every 3 months, I'll come check the state of the property to be sure that the property is well maintained. And Now, that means you will do 4 inspections in a year. Or let's take it for like 2 inspections in a year.
Okay.
It means your first inspection is going to be, let's say, on the 4th month, and your second inspection is going to be on the 8th month. Which means this tenant still has 4 months left on his rent, right? So if, for example, the tenant leaves or abscond 4 months before the expiration of the project.
Okay, this is right.
You get me? But a lot of people do not even put such structures in place.
That is true.
And because they do not put such structures in place, damages can be done and nobody is aware until the rent has expired and the person is no longer going to pay.
And that results in quarrel.
There's a law that says that if you're not going to renew a rent, you need to let your landlord know at least at a certain period of time. I think 6 to 3 months.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people, these things are things that we in Nigeria think.
Well, Nigeria, what do you expect? It's not surprising. That is not supposed to be normally. Yes, you're supposed to follow due processes, but we're in Nigeria, so I don't know what to say. Okay, so let's come to this housing shortage you mentioned earlier. That's housing deficit. So, what is the role of real estate firms in curbing or solving the shortages of homes in Nigeria?
From my research and my understanding about nations, great nations, no government alone can do everything.
Sure.
It's not possible. And that is where the private sector comes in, the real estate firm.
Okay.
That is what they're called. Now, if you check the availability of housing in FCT 10 years ago and the availability of housing today, you would know that there is much more housing available for the people than it was before.
Okay.
Because there is now an increased number of people who are interested in the real estate sector.
Okay.
Apart from the development fund, there is a part of real estate that a lot of Nigerians don't even know about, the investment fund. Where you put your money into the system that provide the housing for people and you make money through return on investment or rental.
So you could pay for a property and they give it out to someone while you're money?
What I'm saying is a bigger picture of the money that rotates around real estate.
Okay.
The Nigerian populace only understand buying of land and housing. There are people who backs this industry with huge capital.
Wow.
With huge capital. Now, the largest capital or the largest inflows of finances into the real estate sector in Nigeria, most of the time comes from diaspora. Nigerians living abroad. When you go to some nations, there are systems in place. Let's take US, for example, for mortgage. Proper mortgage system that allow citizens of a nation that have jobs, payable jobs, and have certain salary structure to take a loan from a bank, whether a government-owned bank like the Federal Mortgage Bank we have, or a commercial bank like all the other mortgage banks we have, to buy a house and pay over a time. That has been in shortfall when it comes to Nigeria. Not necessarily because the government has not made those provisions, or not necessarily because the government is not funding that sector, but because the populace or the citizens of the country lack the knowledge of how to access those things. There is another, apart from the what will I say? Apart from the Federal Mortgage Bank, there is another there is another mortgage system that has been developed by the Ministry of Finance called the Emirates, which grants working Nigerians with salaries or private citizens with proven source of income to take mortgage loans to buy properties and be paying for 20, 30, 40 years. Yes, the availability of the real estate firms have made it possible for accessibility to or reduce the deficit in housing. But we are still far from It's still far from being over.
Yeah.
Because Nigeria was about 150 million in population.
Okay.
About 7 years ago. Today we are about 250. And as the population increases, so the demand for housing.
True. That's true.
So people need to be taught. They don't need to be passed across to the people. Let them be in the know on how to access it.
Okay.
The population of FCT, for example, is increasing at a number never seen before. Every day people are moving in. Why? The surrounding communities or the surrounding states are taken over by one problem or the
other. Telling you, talking about security.
You get. So these things are pushing people to the center. Talk about Lagos, talk about Port Harcourt, talk about the capital city of all the states.
Yeah.
The influence of the population is increasing. I'm from Benue State, and I see how my people are suffering for housing.
That's true.
So this thing is not just about Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's about the entire country.
It's everywhere.
So when we are looking at the availability of these people in the capital cities or the major cities, what about the minor cities?
Yeah.
What about the state capitals that don't really have natural resources or don't have that kind of financial work chest, where there are no industry for the people to work and be able to pay for this purpose? So it's a general thing. So the people or these firms also need the government support to be able to deliver at the level required for the people to be able to access what is needed.
That's true. Okay, so I'm coming back to this real estate purchase of house and all. Now let's talk about these people who after knowing, or I don't want to say some of them might be oblivious to the importance of going through a real estate firm, to acquire their properties. But now some people who actually they know of the real estate firm, they know they are safer, but still they decide to go through. What do you think about them? What do you have to say? What do you think might make them do that? Is it that those other people, their properties are cheaper, or I don't know? What do you think?
You see, majority of Nigerian population have a cunning mind. It's easier to disguise yourself as a fraudulent agent, as an independent agent, than a corporate organization.
Okay.
It's a lot more easy. Because it's a private agent, there is no law that mandates registration of your company. There is no law that mandates you register with anybody. But as a firm, you're registered with Corporate Affairs Commission.
Yeah.
So if anything happens, it can easily be reported to the authorities, and the directors can be apprehended.
Yeah.
But as an individual, there's no record of who you are.
Okay.
So they disguise themselves more in that area than in corporate sector.
Okay.
So most of the time, when you see a property that should be selling, when it's too cheap, then it's too good to be true. Or when they say that when it's too good to be true, then it's not true.
But how will you know a property that is too cheap? For example, I don't know the price of this. I just asked.
Most of the people that fall victim of fraud in real estate are people who already understand part of this. It's not, in as much as first-time home buyers, first-time investors also fall victims, but people who goes about, okay, let me take this agent instead of this, like that, people who already have a little knowledge. But primarily, one of the things that is actually killing our people and making them lose this much is lack of knowledge.
True.
It's lack of knowledge.
Sure.
Because it is far better for me to buy more expensive and secure than buy cheap and lose it all.
Trouble.
And losing it all.
Yeah. Okay, two more questions. The first one, so how do you walk your clients through properties that are prone to challenges? For example, it's the rainy season now, you see flood everywhere and stuff like that. So how do you guide your clients in choosing areas that are not having such challenges? I would talk about demolition, but guiding them to giving them the best properties in the best location.
You see, it's very easy.
Okay.
It's very simple.
Okay.
But the major problem we have most of the time is the people, once they have made a choice, sometimes it's difficult to convince them when they have to go down. We have this arrogance of Nigeria towards people who are helping me. I'm the one helping you. I'm the one buying. You are my agent.
Oh, so they feel like because they're buying from me, they're the ones helping you. Wow.
You are my agent.
You can imagine.
I'm the one with the money.
Oh, but they're the ones that want to stay in the place.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
A while ago, a friend of mine had this encounter with a client. that left an indelible mark on me in the early stage of my career.
Wow.
So he took this client to a site. The woman wanted a property that could be ready as soon as 3 months. That property is already at the first floor decking, and the owner is promising that he's going to deliver in 3 months. And if it can get
was that feasible normally?
It's very feasible.
Okay.
Very, very feasible.
Okay.
But seeing that the developer is somebody who my friend can trust, and the woman is not going to be very patient, which is going to cost trouble.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He told this woman, ma'am, I would like to be very honest with you. This is not the best fit property for you. And the woman got angry.
Wow.
That is the property she likes.
Women.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's not about women. It's about the mentality of somebody that has the money to buy and somebody who is showing you what to buy.
Why did she get angry? I mean, it was just an advice.
Because she feels the guy is not qualified to change her mind on what she likes already.
Wow.
And the guy was like, ma'am, I'm going to be very honest with you. This property is not going to be the fit for you to buy. Number one, you're not going to be patient enough to see this property through. Number two, this man will not be able to deliver this property in 3 months. Number three, if this fails, I will lose you as a client.
That will have taken you a lot of guts to have done that.
And that is what a lot of agents and investment advisors don't have the courage to tell their clients.
Yes. Because of reactions like this. So they just like, let me just.
So that is how it happened. And the woman was pissed, angry, and actually. That is one out of many. One out of many that we have encountered.
Okay.
So most of the time you tell a client, look, this is not the right fit for them.
Yes.
All she's seeing is the beautiful house, the nice location. Most of the time I advise people who wants to buy properties or rent especially to do them during the rainy season.
Okay. Okay. So how would you
especially for flood, those that are in flood areas.
Yes.
Now during rainy seasons, when the rain falls, there are always marks.
Oh, yes.
Of water.
Yes.
Or running water.
Yes.
People live in those areas. That is one area to actually find out. Then number two, ask questions. People live in those areas.
Yes.
Before you are coming, there are people around.
Yeah, you
I tell them, look, ask around.
Okay.
But whatever we do, first and foremost, to be able to guide our clients properly, we ask them questions.
Okay.
What do you need?
Okay.
Where do you need it?
Okay.
How do you like it? If you say you want to buy a property, we do a pre-qualification process. Because some of our clients can be, what would I say? I don't even know the right word, but like big things.
Yes.
That their money cannot afford. Okay, let me give you an instance. Somebody called me 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Somebody I've known for a little while, we do a few things together.
Okay.
They called me and was like, okay, he's looking to buy a house. I said, oh, beautiful, that is good. That was, I think that was on Saturday.
Okay.
Last week. On 20th. And I said, beautiful, okay, what are you looking for? He said, he's looking for a 4-bedroom duplex. I said, wow, that's amazing.
People like that 4-bedroom duplex.
It's fully, we like to pay people. So he's looking for 4-bedroom duplex.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So if I may ask, where do you want this? What location? He said he's looking for someone in Asokoro, Kuzape, Katampe, Uye, or Jahi. I said, wow, that is good. Now, looking at this place, what is your minimum plan budget? Guess what?
Tell me.
30 million.
How do I know? He didn't do his research or what? He didn't ask questions.
And I was like, sir, 30 million. And I said, sir, that cannot even get you a 1-bedroom in any of those locations you just called. I spoke like that because he is a friend.
Yeah.
I told him, like, sir, that cannot get you a 1-bedroom in any of those locations. If you are looking for a 5-bedroom duplex in Guzape, now you should be budgeting a minimum of 500 to 700 million. Minimum. If you are looking at Jahi, what was the same amount?
Wow.
So most of the time, once they have put their mind on something, it's hard for them to change it. But that is what our organization do. We do not sell to people. We advise people. We tell them what is best for them first. One of the things I told my people, it is better to keep your integrity.
Yes, than wanting to sell everything to everybody. And then.
So first of all, we qualify them, know what they want, know what area they want, give them our advice.
Yeah.
And then we also advise them to do their due diligence.
Okay.
Be it renter, be it purchases. One thing that you can never do enough is making sure that the property you want to procure or the property you want to rent has the right documents or it's in the right hands.
Mm-hmm.
The right property is not the one with the best location. It's not the one with the best looks or beauty. It's the one with the perfect document.
It's not the one with the cheapest price.
It's not the one with the cheapest price. It is the one with the perfect document. Because you can buy the cheapest and lose all of the money.
True. Will you know if a flood-prone area in dry season? How would you know?
Now, when you go into locations that have waterways without drainages, one of the things you should look out for is infrastructure. There's no place that flood cannot be controlled except it's a riverine area. Even a riverine area, flood can be controlled. So when you're getting a property during the dry season, look around. Look around the houses. Are the drainages here done? If they are not, are there waterways in this place that water collection comes to during the rainy season? You understand?
Yeah.
And now, what is the size of the drainage? These things are much more of professional. That is why whenever you are doing inspection for a property to buy, don't do it alone. Do it professionally. Get probably an environmentalist or somebody that understands the system.
But Nigerians don't want to pay for that.
That is our problem. We don't want to pay for it. At the end of the day,
and start blaming government. What do you government do?
You can look out for is in the environment where you're buying.
If
you notice that the houses in those environments, the walls from the ground level to a certain levels from the outside peels off. The paint it peels off, the plaster it peels off. You should be worried.
Lord.
If it is more than 1 or 2, it means that place is taking water from the ground. And when there is too much water fall,
that's the foundation.
Not just the foundation. The water will rise above the water table and it will settle on the floor, which is fine. So there are a lot of options. There are a lot of ways you can look at areas like that to determine if it's a good investment area.
Wow. Interesting. Okay, lastly, just talk about demolition because demolition seems to be like rising. That is rising. You heard about the demolition that happened in Dormitory, and so I want to know because we had a guest here some weeks ago, and it was like when the government wants to take over like demolish a property, they always offer another option. But some people they will refuse that option, like maybe it's in the bush, and I'm like, don't they have the right to like, should I say, politely turn down an offer because they don't like it? So he was like, so what do you have to say about that?
All right, for me, first thing to ask is, why demolition?
Okay, maybe the government wants to build something there and...
It's not always like that.
Okay, so...
Let me give you Abuja, for instance.
Okay.
When you hear Abuja is demolishing a location, the likeliest reason why that demolition is happening is because the land has been misused or is illegally acquired.
Really?
Number one.
Wow. Okay.
When you hear Abuja is demolishing a property, there are a lot of reasons why.
Yeah.
Abuja, let me say the Ministry of FCT does not just wake up and take a property that was legally issued to anybody.
Yes.
It doesn't happen. When you come around Lugbe as this, why do government demolish those allocations? Because those allocations were not gotten through the right means.
So government found out
that these allocations were not given to these people rightly, and they have to evacuate it. So, for instance, when you build a house on the land that is not yours, and the person comes to take it, he will remove the property from the land because the land is yours. Is this? So that is why most of these demolitions happen most of the time. So some places have fake documents on properties back in the day. You understand?
Yeah.
And then they built on them. Number two, there was no development approval given to anybody for doing that. I don't want you to believe anything here in the media that we have gone to collect this land and demolish it.
That matters, really.
Now, any property you see demolition is largely because one, allocation was not rightly done. Two, there was no approval for you to build what you are building. Three, the reason why the land was given is not the reason you built. For instance, they gave you a land to build a residential home. You went to build a commercial property. They said build a house. You say you went and build a hotel.
Okay.
Now, they allocated the land for you to use to do a garden. You went to build a house or a garden.
What if something happened? You change of
It's not just about that.
Okay.
Now, we cannot live in an environment without having relaxation centers.
Yeah, of course.
When you see, Abuja is well structured and well planned.
Yes.
Every piece of land you see in Abuja has its own reason why it was designed. So, for instance, all of the gardens you see today, they were planned long before. It's not today they started planning about it.
Nice.
And then somebody, okay, you got an allocation for a garden. Or we generally call them green areas.
Yeah.
And then you are going to build a residential estate on it. The government will come and overturn that your building and demolish everything and return
it's
it
not in line with the structure.
The land use that it was meant for. And then other people, you see somebody come to take a waterway, do one small drainage, and they have done their calculation. The water that is going to come to this place, if the water comes, this drainage system that has been built will not be able to carry it. Let's take Lagos State, for example. Most of the demolitions that are happening in Lagos State are demolition as a result of people building on waterways. So it is not everything. And then let's talk about the shanties that are being demolished within Abuja. Now, like I told you, okay, there's something that used to happen before. Now, all the land in Abuja is under FCDA. There is no customary ownership of land.
Yeah.
So unlike places like Nasarawa State, Benue State, Kogi State, where my father can own a land, and I inherited the land from my father, and it's my father's land, and it's my land. That cannot happen in FCDA. The law does not permit you to own that kind of ownership.
Okay.
So now, some locals, before this became a law, were selling lands to people. When the government took over this land, government said, come and register your land so that we will know that you primarily own the land. They can register as well.
Wow. So if government now is taking down those lands,
you don't have any reason to argue. And then talk about shanties. Let's take, for instance, a lot of criminalities happen in the shanty. Right? People comes to rob in town, goes to hide in the shanty. Anytime I'm driving within Abuja, I am always very angry. You know why? You can hardly see a manhole cover. You see, you know what they call a manhole? When you're driving on the road, you see that hole where they use an iron to cover.
Yeah.
That is what is called a manhole. Do you know why that is provided? So that when there is a blockage in the drainage, somebody can enter through it and clean it out.
Yeah, I do wonder why it does.
And then now, when you remove that iron, it means all the debris that are coming from everywhere, you go and gather inside and block the waterway. But you will see that when you drive through Abuja, there is almost no way in Abuja that you can see the cover of those things. Why?
Wow.
The Shara people will come and remove them at night, and they will go and hide in the shanties that are close to the city center, and they will be selling it there. So when government see criminality being happening in a place, they have the right to demolish those locations as well. Wow. So when government, sometimes we Nigerians, we don't research before we act. You go on social media and say, this person has got to collect. Wiki is not collecting anybody's land by demolition. So if you are doing the right thing, they won't take your land from you.
I love this point you have given, because you have thrown more light on it, because the way it came out the other way, even me, I was like, why are they collecting their land? But you have thrown more light on it, and I would say that's all we can take for now. The discussion was really, really insightful. Even with I'm not a real estate agent, I mean, I've grasped a lot of knowledge. And viewers, I hope you learned a lot from this. Are you a first-time buyer, or you want to acquire a property? I mean, our guest here, he has shed more light on very key important points that you should look out for when you are going to acquire land. I hope you got those points, and this is all we can take for now. And of course, you want to drop your thoughts, you have questions, our social media handles are there. Drop your comments, your thoughts, your questions. So thank you so much for staying with us till now, and till our next episode. Stay tuned, be good, and we'll see you next time. My name is Fortune Omori. See you next time.